I'm standing in my main tomato greenhouse, and we've had some challenges with aphids in here coming from winter into spring. I think these kind of things happen in greenhouses when they don't go dormant. You know, when the soil stays warm all winter, pests and diseases don't really have the opportunity to die off. And so one of the challenges that year-round greenhouse growers have, and I'm beginning to figure these things out now, is that when you had aphids from the summer before, if you did, they don't necessarily go away, especially if you keep heating your greenhouse all winter. So that was a problem we had early in the season, but we've employed about 3,000 ladybugs to come in here and eat the aphids. So we did that earlier on in the spring, but as it started to get warmer, we had to open up our greenhouse and ventilate it, and then a lot of those ladybugs left. So that was unfortunate, but not really that big of a deal because we can buy 3,000 of them for $60, so it's not that much of an expense. So what we've done is we've got another round of ladybugs just earlier this week, and then what we did is we've sealed up our greenhouse with an insect netting. So this particular product is called Protect Net. I ordered it from a company called Dubois. I'll have the link below. It's an 80-gram insect netting, and it's what I typically use in the field to protect against cabbage root maggot, which is one of our biggest pest problems for our root crops like our radishes and turnips. But it also has worked in this case, and what we've done is we've sealed it in. So we've taken the wiggle wire off the outside of this plastic and then put the netting underneath it and then wiggle wired it back in. So you can see that here. The netting is underneath the plastic, and then the plastic is underneath, or the netting is underneath the plastic goes over top, wiggle wire goes back in. So now that's sealed in. And then what we've done is the same thing down below. We had a channel lock down here at the base of the greenhouse so that in the winter time we just seal the plastic in the whole way. We don't need to open up our greenhouse in the winter. It just doesn't get warm enough to justify that. So we basically just sealed in this insect netting the whole way. So now our ladybugs are forced to stay in the greenhouse, and they're forced to find as much food as they can. So we're hoping that this is going to be the solution to keeping our aphid problem under wraps, and that we'll be kind of keeping our ladybugs in isolation. I know somebody is going to say, well, Curtis, how do you pollinate your tomatoes? People seem to obsess over this issue. I'm not totally sure why, but tomatoes more or less pollinate themselves, guys, and there's other kinds of bugs in there that might do the same. So tomato pollination has never been an issue for me as long as I've been farming. Nature seems to find a way, and I'm sure that's what's going to happen in this case. So I always like to show the really simple do-it-yourself stuff, and I try to keep doing those things on my farm. Yes, we do have some high-tech things here and some more expensive things, but I like to try to show things that can be done really inexpensively and on the more of the do-it-yourself side. So I hope you guys have found that helpful. We'll talk to you later.